For today's vlog, we'll be talking about the key factors of living overseas, and that is cost of living. Hey guys, I hope you're doing great. Welcome to the channel. My name is Dan and I make videos about my expat adventure here in Singapore. I would appreciate if you could support the channel by subscribing and smashing that like button. You can follow me on all my socials, linked in the description box below. So I've been staying here in Singapore for quite a while. I've been an expat since 2017. So I will be sharing my observations, experiences, and tips as well. Makakatulong ito especially sa mga kababayan natin na papunta pa lang dito sa Singapore. As we all know, Singapore is one of the expensive cities to live in the world. What does it take to live in this expensive city? Let me break down to you my monthly expenses. Let's begin. Disclaimer, this is purely based on my experience and I do not speak in behalf of all OFW. We all have our different preferences and priorities. First on the list takes the biggest piece of the pie, accommodation. I made a separate video on how to find an accommodation here in Singapore. Link in the card above. So a typical rent here in Singapore is a common room which doesn't have an attached toilet. It ranges somewhere between 600 to 800 Singapore dollars. On the other hand, there's a master's bedroom wherein a toilet's attached and it somehow ranges between 800 to 1,200 Singapore dollars. Studio apartments, on the other hand, can go as low as 1,500 to 2,500 Singapore dollar. Number 2, utilities. So this includes water, electricity, Wi-Fi, internet, cable, whatsoever. My typical budget for utilities is somewhere around 60 to 80. We're dividing with 6 other tenants. Transportation. Here in Singapore, the main transportation is MRT and buses. One-way fare, I think, costs $2.50. I'm not so sure. Sometimes I take cabs. That's like rarely only. Budget for transportation is $140. So I base mine on my previous monthly top up. Next is insurance. It's really important to have an insurance here in Singapore, especially if you're a foreign worker. On my case, my field is construction, so there's high risk, especially during work. Typical insurance costs 100 Singapore dollars. Next is monthly padala. So actually this one is based on one's preference. I usually budget around 600 to 700 Singapore dollars. Yun yung padala ko sa amin, sa Pilipinas. Gym membership. So this one is quite optional, but I've been a member of a local gym here in Singapore since 2019. For me, it works on my schedule after work or during the weekends. Parang nasanay na rin ako. Usually, gym membership costs starting from $100 to $300 per month. Yun yung napapansin ko from different operating gyms here in Singapore. Next is savings. I try to save 20% of my income. Yun, minsan babawasan pero I'm sticking to it. Medyo malaki lang talaga yung pag 30%. Pag nakaluwag lang talaga ako. But at least, sinasahuran mo yung sarili mo. Kumbaga. So, food. Occasional lang talaga ako lumalabas. Like, Christmas or special occasions like birthdays. Yeah, special occasions only. But usually I try to cook and pack lunch. That way I could control my budget as well as intake. I'm on the diet. I try to follow calorie deficit kind of method. I prepare usually during weekends. I allot $50 per week. Basic grocery items like chicken, broccoli, cauliflower, vegetables, whatsoever. I budget around 200 based from my previous months. I can't manage to stick to a 200 budget for the food. Additional ako ng maybe another 200 for maybe takeaways or we all deserve to eat nice food, right? But once in a while only. But it's up to you kung gusto mo talaga mag-budget or magtipid. Go for it. I'm all for it. Maintenance medicine. So I'm currently on a maintenance medicine because I have hypertension. That's why I'm trying to lose weight. I try to eat clean. Then I budget around $70 for it for every month. Mobile, so your hand phone or telco. So before I was a StarHub user, I paid around 100 Singapore dollars with phone. But now I switched to another telco. It's Circles. Yeah, I pay as low as $20 only for a SIM, and it's working fine. 4G, I mean, I really don't need 5G right now. I have access to internet at home, at the office. So usually I just use it like kung nasa MRT ako, nasa bus, and when I'm outside. But so that's why I really don't need that much. Hindi ko maubos. Mga 70 gig per month. Usually my consumption ranges from 20 to 40 gigs per month. Gigabyte per month, and hindi ko talaga maubos yung 70. Like overkill na siya. So that's the reason why I switch. Yeah. So just to give you an insight on how expensive living here in Singapore, I will be listing down common items that you can buy here in Singapore. Number one is a McDonald's meal. So a burger meal costs around $7 to $8 depending on its variety. Like, Jollibee on the other hand is quite cheap. A Chicken Joy is $6 to $7. Burger King on the other hand is maybe $8 to $9. Coffee, love local coffee here in Singapore. They have a lot of different types of coffees. They call it kopi here, K-O-P-I. And my favorite order is Kopi C Kosong, which means Kosong does not have any sugar, or C, evaporated milk. So it's like coffee, evaporated milk, and no sugar. Cost me around as low as 80 cents to $180 depending on the location. Most especially in the CBD, it's quite expensive. But if you buy in the heartlands, like a very local coffee shop, 80 cents my coffee. They call their food centers here hawker centers. Typical hawker mean, I'm not so sure how to pronounce it, kaifan. It's like a food court. May para sa Pilipinas yung parang nagtuturo-turo ka ng iba't ibang pagkain. Usually that costs around 3 to 5 Singapore dollars. 3 viands, 2 viand with the rice. Movie tickets. So movie tickets cost 12 to 14 dollars. Milk tea. I'm not a milk tea fan. Usually ranges $6, $8, maybe 10, depending on the add-ons. Is Starbucks drink $7, $9 within that range. Next, beer. When you buy in the grocery store, like you buy in bulk, or maybe you buy in isa-isa, usually $7, $6. But there are like promotional prices. Like for example, Chinese New Year, they will be as low as $4 each. Tiger Beer is their local beer in Singapore. Carlsberg, I think maybe on the higher range, maybe 6, 7. Typical groceries, on the other hand, like eggs, like a dozen eggs costs maybe $2.50. Milk, depends on the brand. Sometimes they have like a promotional 6 for 2. Usually buy almond milk at one costs $7 to $8. It's bread, but usually 2 to 3.50 or maybe 4. Special breads like raisin bread or wheat bread. Water bottle. The cheapest water bottle I've purchased is in NTUC. Fair price, yeah. 50 cents per bottle. And then when you go to the CBD, medyo pricey na siya. 150, 180, 190. Vegetable, especially in Shengshong or in Giant. Also, some vegetables in Fair Price are quite cheap. You can buy $150 to $2 within that range. Like kangkong, pechay, choy. Basta yung green leafy vegetables na nakikita mo sa aisle. Fruits, strawberries, quite expensive, like $8 to $12 per packet. Chicken breast, may nabili ako mga $3, 3 to 4. Yeah, I think per styro packet. Pork on the other hand is quite expensive, maybe around $5 to $6. One packet consists of 300 grams, 200 to 300 grams per packet. Beef also expensive. Sometimes when you buy at cold storage, on the higher end already. $9, 12 to 11. Yeah, per pack. Alcohol, usually you can buy wine as cheap as $20. What else? I think I've covered most of the basic items, grocery items. So that's it, guys. I hope this video would give you a better understanding and insight on how expensive living here in Singapore. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. So that's it. I see you in the next video. Bye!